Once upon a time in the world of finance, there was something called a gold standard. It was a system that pegged currency to the price of gold. It brought stability, prosperity, trust, and it fueled economic growth. But as economies evolved and grew more complex, it couldn't keep up, and it was phased out. For much of my life, I believed I was living my own gold standard. My name is Gold. I had a thriving career in finance, a relentless drive as an athlete, and a provider for my family. My life felt steady, solid, unshakable. But just as the gold standard of old eventually crumbled, so did mine in the blink of an eye on a beautiful fall day in 2011. Blue skies, bright sun, unseasonably warm for late November. My buddies and I were cycling from my home in northern New Jersey to Harriman State Park, right around here in lower New York State. 50 miles round trip. No big deal. We do it all the time. 1 minute before the accident, my eyes were locked on Zach's rear wheel. I'm just inches behind him, drafting. A mile up ahead, an SUV is approaching. It starts drifting. A drowsy driver reaches before itself. 3 seconds before impact, the driver crosses the solid yellow line, comes into my lane, the road curves, and she goes straight. 2 seconds, Zach shouts. I look up. I see the SUV barreling at me. I'm thinking, she's gonna swerve back to her lane, right? No, she doesn't swerve. She keeps coming. 1 second. She hits Zach, slams him, goes over the guardrail. Keep your head up high. I think to myself, protect your head. And that's the last thing I remember. The SUV didn't catch Zach flush. He had a hip replacement, but otherwise he was okay. I was not okay. My injuries were catastrophic. My femur was sticking out of my thigh. I flatlined twice and I almost bled out. No one thought I was going to live. In case you're wondering, I did. I hung in there, and I woke weeks later from induced coma only to learn that I was paralyzed. My body was broken, my Wall Street career was over, and the life I built was gone. I didn't know what to do. I spent so many days stuck in these why me's. Why me? Then one day, my wife, who'd been incredibly patient, said to me, why not you? Bad stuff happens to people all the time. What makes you so special? That wasn't the TLC I was looking for. But it is the wake-up call I needed. I couldn't change what had happened. I could only control how I responded. Like the monetary system, I had to adapt. I had to let go of what I'd lost and embrace what was still possible. When I couldn't walk, I found rowing. Gliding across the water brought joy back into my life. And then I discovered hand cycling, and I pushed my limits far beyond anything I could have imagined. Professionally, my wife Betsy and I created Lean On We, and we have helped over 2,000 families find better, more affordable senior caregiving solutions. But if I wasn't open, I couldn't have rebuilt. What about you? What can you discover if you let go of what's holding you back? And I couldn't rebuild alone. Betsy, of course, was my anchor of support, but there were so many others. Friends, family, teammates who pushed me through the tough times, lifted me when I doubted myself, and celebrated my every milestone along the way. Resilience thrives on relationships, so invest in them, and they'll carry you when you need them. Before my accident, I never pondered purpose. My focus was on my career, my athletic pursuits, and my family. But after everything changed, I knew I needed something much deeper to propel me forward. Today, my purpose is making a difference through Lean On We, through speaking, through writing, mentoring the newly injured. I help those who are facing challenges find their way. The gold standard was phased out because it couldn't adapt. Success is not about clinging to the past. You have to be open to possibilities, invest in relationships, and define your purpose. Betsy's question to me, why not you, was a turning point for me. So now I ask you, why not you? Why not embrace change, reimagine success, and build a new gold standard, not only for yourself, but for those you lead and love? The real question isn't why me, it's what now? Because resilience resides within all of us, as does the choice to rise. What will your gold standard be?